So I'm Maureen Sharp. This is Jackson Sharp. And we have been Team Jackosaurus for 5 years now. Jackson's seizures started at 2 months old. And he has been, knock on wood, so far seizure-free. But in between then, we've had to have a feeding tube and braces, and he now suffers from ADHD. Everyone I know that I talk to, even strangers, knows somebody that is affected by epilepsy, but yet we're not getting the research and the funding that we deserve. And especially with government standing right now talking about cutting Medicaid and cuts to research, we have to fight back because these are our family, this is our kids. My daughter seized for 4 days straight every 3 hours, and my son seized for 5 days straight. Every time they took him off the meds, he kept seizing. So it's serious, and it needs to be shouted at the rooftops that we need funding to stop other parents from going through what we have to go through.
At age 7, he was diagnosed with complex focal epilepsy. He's actually scheduled for brain surgery here August 1st, so we're here walking in support of Gavin.
We have 2 family members that have epilepsy, and we're here to fight epilepsy and to tell God to help us with the burden.
This is Tristan. He has had a partial complex seizure disorder since he was a baby, since he had the brain bleed and the 3 strokes. So this has been since day 1. He's had 189 seizures this year thus far.
My name is Stephen Mall, and my daughter Jamie Mall of Team GEM was our family member who had seizures, had a seizure disorder. She battled the seizures for about 7 years, and unfortunately we lost Jamie to a seizure in 2014. And Jamie was very active with the stroll every year and the Epilepsy Foundation. So in her memory, we continue to come out to support the cause.
I just wasn't really comfortable sharing it with other people, and I didn't know anyone else with epilepsy, so I wasn't even aware anybody else in the world had it until I read a book with a character that had epilepsy. So I really think that the foundation can be good for people because they can connect and kind of actually know and understand that other people do have it.
My name's Ian Edgerton. I got epilepsy when I was 14. I got it through a disease called encephalitis. I've had it for over 15 years. It has brought me down, but I got a device called NeuroPace. It can help control my seizures, but does not stop them.
Bryn is the reason that we're here. She has epilepsy. She got epilepsy where she was diagnosed when she was about 6 months old. It was a little scary at first. We didn't really know what we were doing or what it was like.
We were at 30 plus a day, and now we're down to less than 10 a day. School has been a challenge.
It's been kind of hard because some of my friends decided to not really be my friends after they found out for some reason. So.
My son Dominic started having seizures at the age of 23, 12 days before he turned 24. Some of the challenges were balancing his medicine out to alleviate his seizures. In the end, he let nothing get in his way. He went through medical school, graduated from medical school. Unfortunately, 6 months later, he died of SUDEP. What I can tell everybody, what they always want to do is make sure they keep their eyes on their loved ones, but don't let epilepsy control you. Take control of it. Thank you, and God bless everyone.
I did not have epilepsy, but my brother Terry did. And then our father had epilepsy from fighting in World War II, and that's what caused the car accident that ended up having my brother get epilepsy. But we're here today supporting David Noonan and for Dr. Angel.
We lost our neighbor who was so dear to us. We lost him at a very early age a couple of years ago. So we're here to support the foundation to help with the cure. And the only way you can help with the cure is with money. So that's why we're here.
So we're here with Team Angel, Dr. Dominic, to honor Dominic Noonan, who we lost to SUDEP about a year and a half ago. So we're really happy to be here and work with everybody to, do what we can so that families and, Dominic, people who have epilepsy can, we can find a cure for it. Oh.
My sister has had difficulty holding a job down for several years now due to epilepsy. And my good friend Danny,
has struggled with it since he was in kindergarten. Graduated this year.
My name is Megan Moriarty, and I had epilepsy when I was a child. Since I was 7, I had really bad seizures, and it was like every day I've been having ones. So my parents were scared, so then we started like learning about epilepsy. And then I got on this one medicine, and it made me gain a lot of weight. And then I kind of got made fun of at school. I didn't feel really great about myself. But then a few years later, I decided I wanted to make some changes. I took up running, and my first year running, I made varsity cross country. And now I'm getting recruited for scholarships for cross country and track.
She has one friend whose mom has epilepsy, so her and Elena have become really close. Elena knows what to watch for, so.
Despite epilepsy, he was a doctor at his young age. As a matter of fact, he had just completed his internship. So we were so proud of him.
I think as we're moving through time, the stigma has gone way down. And I'm glad, I'm encouraged that more people are understanding that, you know, the 1 in 26 number we hear all the time. More people are learning that it's much more common than they know.
The thing to get rid of epilepsy, like try to exercise and eat healthy. Don't eat junk food or just sit around all day, because you need to get moving.
You need to do medically what they tell you to do. It takes a lot of follow-up. I know my brother at first, he had to keep going back for testing to make sure. And
54 years later, I'm still
54
here.
years later, he's still here. So you can survive and you live a full life, so do it.
We have found that a steady schedule and a constant sleep, not missing naps, going to bed on time helps us avoid having more seizures.
Get a doctor. If that doctor's not correct, go see another doctor and just keep fighting the fight. And no matter what you do, always keep your faith.
Honestly, go with your gut. Any mom that knows there's something wrong, 90% of the time you're right. Whether the doctors tell you you're wrong, you know your child better than anybody.
I think finding community is really important. So I think as much as you can, just kind of reach out and connect with one another and know that you're not alone.
Read up on everything that needs to be read up on. You know, reach out to as many resources as you can. And if you know somebody that's dealing with it, you know, just be there for them, because there's a lot. It's very hard on a family. It's a lot. It's a lot to go through.
Don't stop asking for help.
And don't feel like you're alone, because there's a lot of people who have a lot of support.
Don't give up.
Just never give up. Never give up. There's advances happening all the time. Many people press ahead every day and live very normal lives and always stick together and support each other and continue to come out every year to this event and support the foundation, because they do great work.
Never give up. Yeah, just never give up. Keep fighting. Positive thoughts, positive thinking.
Stay strong and believe, and prayer is the main focus.
It's never going to be perfect, but every day that you have that doesn't have any bad to it is a great day, and any day that does have bad to it is still a good day, because you still have that person with you.
You can fight the battle. It does not have to take you down. You can move on. You can do it.
And it's okay. It'll get easier.
My hope and vision for my son is not to have epilepsy.
Hopefully after surgery he'll be seizure free, you know, and then, you know, he can just have a normal life.
Yeah. My hope is that we don't have to do this anymore, long term. My hope is that in 20 years, my daughter, this will be a memory to her, you know, something she can look back on and talk about, not something that she has to deal with every day.
Hopefully one day we won't need this walk, because we'll have figured it all out. But until that happens, we'll be here every year. So thank you.
I want epilepsy to stop. I want it to find a cure. I want it to end.
A cure. A cure.
Seizure free.
No more seizures.
No more JMEs. And no more grand mals.
That no one lives with epilepsy. To have a